Hi guys, welcome back to ThinkView. My name is Williams. So today I have here is the Lenovo Legion 5 2024 version and the predecessor version, the Slim 5 2023. In today's video, I will review the Legion 5 2024s and then compare it with the predecessor version to see what's good about it and what you should take note of. About the design, it doesn't have many changes. Compared to the predecessor version, the chassis remain the same, with the same thickness and the weight of 2.3 kilograms. The difference lies in the design of the cooling system. I prefer the sleekness of the Legion 5 2024. It looks clean without being divided into two separate cooling vents like the Slim 5 2023. In terms of build quality and the surface finish, both models are similar. With a slight change in color this year, some small details have been improved, like the power button with a bigger LED lights, showing performance mode. You can switch between modes using the function mode plus Q, red for high performance, white for autos, and blue for quiet mode. The cooling vent at the back now have 3 slots instead of 2, and you can swap the blue strip for gray one, including in the box. I think having a customizable LED colors like the Alienware would be nice, but this option is still okay. The machines still look great. Talking about the cold front cooling system of the Legion 5 2024, Lenovo's idea is to actively regulate airflow to keep the machine as cool as possible, ensuring that the CPU and the GPU temperatures remain low. To control the airflow, Lenovo has tried a lot of ways. Firstly, the underside of the laptops, also known as the D surface, is mostly covered, but except for 2 ventilation fans. And if you compare to the previous version, there's a lot of hole underneath, and that is the traditional way. Secondly, Lenovo has used a lot of foam lines to direct the hot air according to the design, such as using specially designed forms above the fans to push hot air straight out the back of the machines. Additionally, the central areas also has forms to create the area called hyperchambers, where the extra airflow is sucked in and then blow out through additional rear vents. Basically, Lenovo has taken an active approach to direct the airflow for a better cooling and for a quieter operations, compared to the traditional ways. Some people think that Lenovo is cutting back on 2 fans, but after testing that, it's a highly effective cooling method. It boosts the CPU performance, drawing more power up to 150 watts and stabilizing at 100 watts, when the previous version peaked around 100 watts and stabilized at 90 watts. This results in higher CPU performance while the temperatures remain stable, and the machine noise is reduced compared to the previous version. In performance mode, the Legion 5 2024 is 1 dB quieter than the predecessor. Even when the fans are running at the maximum speed, the Legion 5 2024 is still 1 dB quieter. To explain the reduced noise, I think it's mostly due to the removing the 2 vents on the side, which is very close to the user sitting positions. The noise from the fans and the wind noise from these 2 sides would be more noticeable. However, by directing the airflow to the back like the Legion 5 2024 does, firstly, it doesn't face the user positions, and secondly, the screen acts as a barrier, so it reduces noise. So I think this is a logical and sensible design from Lenovo. About the temperature, it still remains the same. In theory, the Legion 5 2024 has a strong CPU and consumes more power, so it should run hotter. However, the CPU and the GPU temperatures between the 2 machines seems to be similar, even though the Slim 5 2023 consumes less power. About the display, the 2024 version will offer you 2 options, 240Hz and 165Hz. Basically, the panels for both versions are quite similar, with the main difference being the brightness level. The 240Hz option will have a brightness of nearly 500 nits, while the 165Hz versions will be around 350 nits. Other than that, both panels offer excellent quality, high resolutions, low latencies, and smooth gaming experience. And if you're playing 2K game on this screen, I recommend you to choose the RTX 4060 and above that. The RTX 4060 is powerful enough to handle 2K gaming comfortably. For those who focus on graphic works, the RTX 4050 version is more suitable. The RTX 4060 in this model has a maximum power of 140 watts, which is the most powerful options in this graphic card's lineup. About the connectivity ports, I'm unlike the last year version because all the ports are placed at the back. It's easier for cable management. But this year, because of the 3rd cooling vent at the back, we only have the power ports and the HDMI port at the back. The LAN ports and the USB-A ports have been moved to the right side, with the left side featuring an additional USB-C port. And this year Lenovo has replaced the SD card slot into a micro SD card slot. I think this is a step back. About the batteries, in general, we shouldn't expect much from laptop with Intel HX series CPU. This chip focused on performance, and the power efficiency is quite poor. Despite having a large battery capacity, the average usage time for this laptop is only about 3 hours. In summary, I believe that the Lenovo Legion 5 is one of the most worthy products to buy. The Slim 5 2023 version from last year was already favored by many users, and this year it has been further improved and enhanced. So there's hardly any reason to refuse if you appreciate Lenovo products' development approach. Okay, so that's some of my thoughts about these two devices. What do you guys think? Please comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Williams, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.